Welcome to Dissenting Views. Why the Global South should embrace BRICS, 10 compelling reasons. The era of Western dominance in global governance is being challenged. For decades, institutions like the IMF and World Bank dictated the terms for developing nations, often imposing harsh conditions that widened global inequalities. However, change is on the horizon, and BRICS is leading the way. The BRICS bloc, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, offers hope for a more balanced global order. With inclusive values and a focus on mutual growth, BRICS is the ideal partner for the Global South seeking independence and equitable advancement. Traditional Western financial institutions impose rigid policies. Structural adjustment programs often prioritize privatization over public well-being, exposing fragile economies. BRICS counters this model with the New Development Bank, NDB, funding projects without unfair conditions. This freedom is key for nations to grow on their own terms. The BRICS Contingent Reserve Arrangement further loosens the grip of Western dependence by providing emergency financial support. The Global South can now rely on its allies rather than outdated systems. Western-led economic policies fail to acknowledge the diversity of developing countries. The one-size-fits-all approach forces nations into models that may not fit their specific contexts. BRICS promotes tailored solutions, allowing countries to craft unique paths in line with their culture, economy, and goals. This recognition of diversity within the Global South fosters independence and dignity, paving the way for innovation without external imposition. Infrastructure is the backbone of a nation's prosperity. While Western aid often focuses on privatization programs, BRICS prioritizes critical projects like roads, energy grids, and communication networks. These investments promote long-term growth, lifting nations out of poverty and unlocking their full potential. The NDB's emphasis on infrastructure makes BRICS the partner of choice for sustainable development. Global governance remains skewed toward Western powers, leaving the Global South marginalized in policymaking. Organizations like the G7 reinforce old hierarchies that ignore the rising aspirations of developing nations. By choosing BRICS, the Global South gains a stronger voice in international institutions. Greater representation leads to decisions that reflect shared global interests rather than Western hegemony. Western markets shaped by geopolitical instability are unreliable. BRICS advocates for South-South trade, providing developing nations with stable alternatives. Diversifying trading partners strengthens resilience, enabling countries to sustain economic shocks. This intra-regional trade fosters cooperation, ensuring that growth is both inclusive and mutually beneficial. Dependence on the U.S. dollar creates vulnerabilities for developing nations. Exchange rate fluctuations and geopolitical issues make dollar reliance a risky strategy. BRICS suggests solutions like digital currencies and commodity-backed alternatives, offering financial autonomy. Such diversification enhances financial stability, benefiting developing economies seeking freedom from Western financial systems. The Global South often lags behind in accessing advanced technology. BRICS responds by promoting technology transfer and industrial collaboration. Shared expertise accelerates innovation, allowing nations to leapfrog traditional development stages. By fostering partnerships among equals, BRICS helps the Global South become a competitive force in the global economy. Western models are often tied to interference, dictating how nations should govern. BRICS respects sovereignty, empowering countries to shape their political and social landscapes without external pressure. For the Global South, this is more than a partnership. It's an acknowledgement of equality and autonomy in the global arena. BRICS leverages collective strength to negotiate fairer terms in resource and commodity trade. By pooling their influence, member nations ensure fairer prices for exports, addressing historical injustices around resource exploitation. This collaborative framework champions sustainability, protecting the environment while bolstering economic equity. Western-dominated institutions were born from colonial hierarchies that perpetuate global disparities. BRICS challenges this status quo, representing the aspirations of emerging economies and breaking away from history's constraints. Joining BRICS signals a commitment to rewriting the rules of a more equitable global system. The Global South stands at a crossroads. Western institutions offer outdated, exploitative models. BRICS represents a bold new path toward autonomy, collaboration, and prosperity. Join the conversation. Advocate for policies that prioritize equity. It's time to embrace a future led by the aspirations of the Global South. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment, a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe.